Hi guys, and welcome to this week's video tutorial. This would be another board discussing the tactic of a counter sacrifice. It will be board number 2 from section 6 of chapter 9, which discusses the tactic of sacrificing material. The position reached here was played in an actual match by experts. Unfortunately, it was not mentioned in the book who were the players. Anyway, it's a rather complicated situation, but a quick analysis of the board, we will note that red would have 2 chariots, 2 horses, 2 cannons. Black would have likewise 2 chariots, 2 cannons, 2 horses. Both would have 4 pawns, but red's attack on the central file is evident as the presence of the pawn over here. Both would have a full guard. Black would have already raised an advisor to beef up his defense on the central file. Now it will be red's turn to move, and red would now try to crack open black's defense with this move. Now before we continue, in complicated situations like this, sometimes a certain color will sacrifice material to try to fight for an initiative, hoping to be able to formulate or orchestrate an attack to gain a positional advantage. However, because the other party would have gained material in the process, there's always the possibility of offering a counter sacrifice to negate this advantage that the opponent had gained. So both players must always be aware or vigilant of this possibility so that they could make plans beforehand. So it will be red's turn to move. In this board, red attacked by offering a sacrifice with c2 plus 5. Now this would be doubling down on his attack on the central file. Now if in the match black captured, accepted the sacrifice, but in doing so, black could now be prepared to charge the pawn across the river. His horses would become alive, and black would be all sorts of trouble, and he would also be threatening the cannon. Black protected the cannon, and p5 plus 1 was played. However, although red's plans materialized, now he would have lost a major piece, and black would have the option of offering a counter sacrifice should need be. So analysis in the book suggested that this move was too hasty, and it would not be as good as adopting adopting the tactic of a pseudo sacrifice by playing c2 minus 2 to gain back lost material, and he will still have the advantage. Unfortunately for red, he continued with p5 plus 1, intent on attacking, perhaps hoping that he could play h5 plus 4 for the fork and attack the chariot by capturing the horse. But black did not back down. He offered his pawn as sacrifice, threatening to capture the chariot, forcing the chariot to move, to advance. And now he would have not only gained a piece, but also a pawn that had crossed the river that would offer protection for the cannon. e3 plus 1 was played, and now because black had the material advantage, 2 chariots, 2 horses, 2 cannons, he offered a trade of material. So this is an often used tactic in Xiangqi, and by offering a trade of material, the possibility of h5 plus 4 would now be non-existent, because the horse would have moved away, the pawn would now be protecting the cannon, etc. When it goes to 2, red refuses to give up control of this rank, and after trading chariots, the situation has slowly liquefied. Red will now continue his attack with, black would now continue his attack with r3 plus 3 by capturing the elephant. p9 plus 1. And black traversed the pawn to fight for the initiative. Now, this would be a counter sacrifice by black, allowing red to play, or even enticing or encouraging red to play r2 equals to 3. But all these moves were pre-planned by black as he was prepared to counter-sacrifice, and the pawn would now become a major threat. Notice that the cannon is now unprotected. Red fell for it, played r2 equals to 3. Black charged the pawn forward, protecting the cannon, offering this horse. Red tried to gain material, he was not in a hurry. Now still he would be threatening both the horses. But as I mentioned earlier, the cannon is not protected and black could now retreat, offering a trade of material. Black tried to move his cannon because he was intent on the reason for his existence or whatever at this point in time was that he had a cannon attacking the central file. Now he could not advance the elephant because he will lose the chariot, and the elephant cannot protect the cannon either. And of course, he cannot retreat, otherwise this would be a check and red would still lose the chariot. So the cannon would be caught. So that is why he retreated the cannon. And black gained one more piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus red's 3 pieces. Red tried to even the material advantage. A very nice move, gaining an elephant in the process, thus disallowing the red chariot to capture the horse, or this would be an immediate smothered cannon checkmate. The red central cannon would be forced away, and red's offense would now have totally collapsed, while black would have a very nice defensive formation. And red counter-sacrificed black chose to counter-sacrifice his horse, and although the material-wise it would be even, but black would have gained the position advantage and also 2 elephants in the process. Now, if let's say this is a very important move for black to make, moving the elephant. If he had moved the horse away, for example, red could counter with a very simple move, capturing the cannon and threatening the smothered cannon checkmate. Black would find himself in trouble, and also there's always a possibility of an elbow horse. So black cannot let his guard down, and that is why e3 plus 5 must be played. But after fortifying his defenses, we can see that the red chariot will have to spend at least one move or 2 moves to get it to a better position. And if it moved, for example, after making this move, if the red chariot moved, the cannon would capture the black horse, and the elephants will be linked, and again black would have a very powerful position. The threat of this pawn and this cannon cannot be underestimated, and red will be in all sorts of trouble. Charging the pawn forward is not a good idea because this would be a check and the pawn will be captured. So black would have the supreme upper hand. Unfortunately, it was not mentioned in the book how the match ended, but we can assume that black would have won the game. So a quick review from the eyes of black. Starting position, red tries to attack the central file, starting with a sacrifice. Black accepts, now he has the material advantage, and red starts his attack as planned. Protect, advance. Unfortunately too hasty. Retreating the chariot to capture the cannon would have been better. P7 plus 1, offering counter-sacrifice. Threatening the pawn. Offering a trade of material. And as can be seen, black was intent on counter-sacrificing material all along. So he continued to capture the elephant. First elephant down, P9 plus 1, and P7 equals to 6. R2 equals to 3, counter sacrifice. Red advances, threatens to gain to trade material. And now red's cannon would be under attack, forcing to retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus red's 1, 2, 3. E7 plus 9, again offering the capturing the elephant is a brilliant move because uh, red would have not captured the elephant, and black would have a nice position going on. So if you like the work that I've been doing, please do subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up for the video.